Hello, thank you for coming. I'm Brenda with Foxy's Jewelry Creations. How are you today? Oh, and let me make sure I am not on Wi-Fi because that does not work. Okay, we are not. That is good. So I'm just waiting on some more to come in before I get started. Today we are going to be putting in the signature, well, sewing in the signatures on the journal that I'm making, and it's turning out to be quite a little fatty patty. Where did my tags go? Oh, that one just didn't get picked up with the rest of them. Sorry about the reach. So I'll give it just a few more minutes. Hi, thank you for coming. I'm just giving it a few more minutes before I get started sewing in my last signature. I sewed in 2 yesterday, and I about wanted to throw my book. I sewed in the one that I decided to not use. Okay, hello, I'm trying to remember. You are Deborah. Oh, I hope I got that right. Thank you for coming, Deborah. If I'm correct. I'm just going to wait and see. But I was ready to throw my book yesterday. I sewed in the signature. I decided that oh, cool. So I sewed in the one I decided we weren't going to use. So I took it out. And then I was going to put one in. I sewed it, but not to the binding. Had to take it out. Then I couldn't get the binding lined up the second time. And because I thought I had it measured evenly, evidently it wasn't even. I had to flip it around. I was so frustrated. I couldn't get the needle to find the holes. So I ended up creating something, which you will see, that I am calling journal pins. They help keep it all aligned until you're ready to sew it in. And so you'll be able to see those. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because it's being recorded. So I also did an experiment. I got little snippets to see if my printer could indeed print on coffee dyed paper. And it will print on coffee dyed cardstock, which is what this is, and it printed on it just fine. I did the spraying of it myself after the coffee dyeing. So it did exactly what it was supposed to do. It printed on it just fine. So in the future, I will not be veneering my journals. I will be coffee dyeing my paper, ironing it, and then printing whatever I want on it. So I found out that will work. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. And here's our cover. Okay. So here are the first 2 signatures of our book. I may have to trim a little bit. I don't know. I don't think so because the cover is going to extend past this. And this is the little card. I may have to trim that off that goes in the pocket. It's quite a little chunky thing already. And we got 1 signature left to go back here. And I may want to remove my line. I may want to redraw my line because that's awfully tight. And these are journal, whoops, let me get where you can see. These are journal pins. And they have, when I get to the middle, nice little, I made a loop on them so they don't fall through. And they will stay in there and keep everything aligned for me until I am ready. And it's just wire. It's very soft wire. It's like a 14 gauge or something. 16 gauge wire. So I'm just looking to see how that's going to fit. How tight is that going to be? If I can get my little journal pins to cooperate with me. Oh, that one's going to come out. I may want to move my, because this is all going to get hidden. I'm going to put it in there just like I had it. There's a 1/4 of an inch between. So I do need to make sure I have it the right way, right side up. And I do want my pins to go through the hole. So I'm going to sit here and get this all, there we go, lined up. And now, as you can see, the journal pins are going through the binding. We're all lined up. I'm going to find the middle of that signature again. There we go. Push my journal pins, oops, back through, because I need to clamp my papers. That's the other thing that these little journal pins do, is it's holding everything where I need it to be held while I'm clamping. Let me turn this around so I can see what is going on back here. It's like having an extra set of hands. Okay, so and I don't know how I'm going to manage to do this in camera because I have to be able to see. I think I'm going to turn it around. I don't want my little pins to fall out till I'm ready. Hi, Sue. Hi, Lori. Yep, you found me. It is very full, Deborah. It's a very chunky journal, which is why I decided to leave the 4th signature out, because it's so full already. So I've already got my needle threaded. So I'm going to pull this one out. Well, before I do that, I've got the needle threaded. And this thread didn't want to go through the eye. I took a little piece of packing tape. Get this over here in the light. And wrapped it around the ends like a shoelace so I could thread it. That's going to be snipped off, so it doesn't matter. It was just to be able to, but it does flow nicely through there. It just was a pain. Okay. Needle went through with no problem. Oh, let me go. I thought I had everything. I need pliers. Getting it to pull through with the thread on it's a little bit difficult. I'll be right back. Okay. Now, Sue, you were the one that was saying that you liked my angle, so I'm going to try to make sure you can see. At least I believe it was you. So that you can see what I'm doing. Where is the center of the journal? Okay, it helps if we get into the right signature, maybe. Where did we go? Okay, we are going from here. Okay, I've got the needle in there. Flipping my book, sticking my journal pins back. They keep wanting to pop out. Okay. So the needle is going through the middle hole. I go through that one first. And now that I got it going, I do want to open it back up. Do not wish to pull my thread all the way through. Okay. Oh, there went a clamp. That's not a good thing. Hang on, y'all. My husband was helping me last night. He is not here. He was being, what he was doing was holding all this for me. He's not here. Okay, so I have that lined up. I know I just had a journal pin through there, so. Nope, it did not go through correctly. Okay, hang on. Go back from the top side. This is where I was having some frustrations last night. Because even though, see, and that went straight through, no problem. Even though it's all lined up, it is not wanting to cooperate. So, where's the center? It's almost like it loses the hole that fast. Come on, needle. Okay, y'all. Bear with me. It's not working. Let me put my... See, and this pin goes through with no trouble. And I don't understand that. Well, I said that, and that it's not wanting to go through. There it went. So why can I not get through? It's the angle. There we go. Once you get it figured out. Okay, I need the pliers again. Only because it's double thickness of thread coming through the first time. Oh, no, 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 little tail. Don't you go. Now from here, I'm going to pull out this one. This little journal pin right here, and I'm going to go down through that hole. And that went really smoothly. Okay, get the pliers. Pull my tail through. Uh-oh. My tail thread is stuck. There we go. I'm going to shorten that up. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is come back across and go back through the first hole, which seems to have torn somewhat. I'm not worried about that. It's all going to get glued down in a minute. Okay. It went, oh, there went the clamp, but we're sewed now, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, things you probably don't want to hear people say when you're watching them do stuff. Uh-oh. And that has got a big hole in it. I'm going to put some, I'll reinforce this with something. It's the paper towel roll is separated right there, but I'm still trying to get through my signature here. Oh. Where is the hole? That's something else you don't want to hear. Okay, I see where the thread is going. Come on. Let's see if I can get one of these to go back. And this sewing blind is just not fun. Ow. Where did the needle come out at? Not where it needed to, that's for sure. Oh my word. Y'all, I'm sorry about this. It's not supposed to, when I did my prototype one, it was not this difficult. Of course, the prototype one was not this thick of a book. And I'm not worried about that because I'm going to glue that down. So now let's see. No, we're still not in the where we need to be. It's going in. It's just not going in at the, and the other thing is, the way I was holding these, I was drilling them with my Dremel. I don't think I was drilling straight, and that also affects everything. I do not know why this won't go. I mean, I'm getting it in the hole. It's just not coming out where I want it to. Hang on, I'm going to go this way. See if I can figure out what's going on here. That's what it is. It's not even... Nope. It's not going through at the right angle, y'all. And that's where'd my clamp go? Holy moly moly. I've lost that clamp, and I really need the clamp. Aha, on the floor. Okay. It wasn't supposed to be this difficult. Supposed to pretty much be able just to put this in. And that is not what's happening here. Okay. And that clamp's about to come off. And it's still not hitting and going through the middle. It's going weird. I'm going to have to unclamp it so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, it went through there. Because now I can pull these and I can see the needle. And I can get it to do... through there, and I can just tighten all this back up. Frustrations. Okay, through there, through there. I see the needle going through there. Through, whoops, pull it back. And I do not want to split that thread. Nope. Okay. Now, grab my, I'm hoping, and I may have had to be off camera for that. This is a doll needle, Sue. And it is what I use to poke my holes with. And I'm glad it's as long as it is now. I have to just tighten all of this back up, which is not a problem. Because I now have all of the thread, if I can get back to the middle of my book. Oh, come on. I said it wasn't going to be a problem. Where is this? Okay. Why will that not pull? Okay, it wants to pull from there. There we go. Pull from there. Oh my word, it's not. It's like it got stuck on the way through this time. There's not a knot in my thread, is there? No. What in the world? in the world is going on here? Well, shoot fire, because there's my tail thread. This one may tie on the back. It may do it. Ladies, it may do it. Go back down. Yeah, I'm going to have to tie it on the back because my tail thread is what pulled through, not this other thread. Now I get the fun of going back through this signature. And it feels like I'm through. I am through. Cool. We are through. Oh, how am I going to do it? I got it worked out. Okay. I want to make sure this is good and tight. And it's not yet. I am going to take this thread and wrap it around this thread here to pull all this together. And I'm going to pull it tight. And I'm going to tie it in a knot. And that was your basic knot. This one is going to be going through twice. It's what I do when I make jewelry. Oh, crud. No, 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 no. Before that happens and it doesn't want to cinch down, undo something here. I see it's going to have a problem. And we're not going to be tight. Okay, go back. This is, I think, where two hands would come in here. Okay, I'm going to hold the book this way, and I'm not sure y'all can see what I'm doing here. Now, on this one, I'm going to go through it twice and pull. Okay. Now, I had a pair of scissors up here. Aha. The other two are tied in the middle. This one's going to be tied on the back, and I am not worried about it because, remember, we're gluing this into our cover. I'm not worried about that. It does go through the signature. I'm just going to trim that off. This all goes in the cover, so I'm not worried with this knot here. It's going to be hidden. But there it is, our nice chunky. And I do have some trimming. Y'all don't want to see how. I'm just going to show you how I did it earlier. On the other two, I just stood them up, took my scissors, and did a haircut of these longer pages. It's probably not the right way, but everybody keeps saying there is no right or wrong way in crafting. Okay. Now, if they end up with little jagged edges, I will fix that later. Which this one, it looks like it's going to, and I don't want it to be raggedy. So I'll open it up. There we go. There it is. It is all sewed together. These are going to connect to our cover. Oh, Lord. And I think part of that was my own fault because I don't think I drilled straight through. Because my husband's going to make me a jig for the next one. But, boy, that came out to be a really thick journal. And it's in there. I mean, it's tight. We don't have anything to worry about. Where's the center of this last one we just put in? It's pretty tight. I'm not going to worry about it. Because all this is going to get glued. Which can happen. So here is our cover. Okay. And this is going to sit here. I want to center it. And then this one is going to come up like this. This one's going to come up like that. So that when it is open, this will open when this does. And I'm going to put paper that goes across that. So I'm not going to put a cover in the inside yet because I want to cover this cardboard. So I'm trying to decide. Best way to glue this. I'm probably going to need bigger clamps. And those are not evenly put in there. Okay, it works. We just got to make sure it stays that way when we glue it. I'm just trying to decide if I want to glue like the back edge and then roll it and then glue this part onto here. So glue that, then glue this, then glue this. What do y'all think? We got to come up with a plan. I think that might be the best plan. And I'm going to go look for some clamps. Because I'm going to need to clamp her down. Oh, I may not have my chat on. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go see if I can't locate 2 bigger clamps to hold this down once I get the glue on it. They're in the laundry room part of the kitchen. And I'm going to get a drink of coffee. Because I know we've got bigger clamps. Okay, I found one. I'm going to go over and look on my other desk and see if there's one in that area. And I got one. Okay. So I got 2 of those. So I think I'm going to apply liberally some tacky glue and then clamp it down. And this, of course, is not going to go over the whole book, but it will go over like the last signature and the cover. Once I get it glued. So, make sure it's all even. My tacky glue shook down. And one of the dogs outside barks, so now mine are going to start. Fox. And I heard someone on a video say the other day that tacky glue, it works best if you let it sit for a second before you try to glue it. I am not sure about that. I am going to spread this out a little bit. And I'm not trying to wipe any of it off. I just want to make it one even coating. And I have wipies. Okay, so here comes the fun part. Put it in here, make sure I try to get it as centered as I can. No, that's got to go back that way. You know what I'm going to do? Flip the little feet around on my clamp for one thing. Clamp it there. And I'm going to hold this for just a second, and I'll show y'all what I'm doing. I've got the ends clamped. I am squishing in the middle of the cover to glue that down firmly. And I'm going to wipe the glue off the where it squished it out a little bit. I should have maybe used Weld Bond. I will use Weld Bond on the other side. Okay, so here's what we got. So y'all can see it. It's clamped down. This is stuck. We're going to let it sit like that because I have something else I wanted to show y'all. So I'm going to just carefully move this off to the side. And it's trying, it's on my cutter. Move the cutter. There we go. I have that out in case we need it for anything. Okay. These are the little pins I made to hold my journal in place because it kept wanting to slip and slide and I didn't have enough clamps. So I came up with, I just took a wire, curled it so it wouldn't fall through, stuck it through the holes. And I had enough to do all three signatures so that once I got their holes poked, they could all three be sitting. And I didn't have to worry about them shifting. And I could just clamp them when I was ready to sew. Now, I wish I had found those two clamps when I was ready to sew it in. Okay, Sue, were you the one who was asking about a toilet paper journal? Oh, hey, Kathy, thank you for coming. I didn't see you. And that's fine. Lurk away. And yes, Deborah, I will be covering the inside of the cover once this dries and sets up. We will definitely be doing that. Okay, Sue said maybe. It was either you or Patricia. One of y'all said you had never seen a toilet paper journal. And so I came prepared. This is little pieces of leftover cardstock that are already pre-measured to fit inside my toilet paper roll. All you do is you take a toilet paper roll. I flatten it with my fingers. It's not real technical here. Take a scissors, cut up one side. This requires no sewing. And then do whatever you want to do to the cover for ease of use today, I have one, which I applied a painty paper to the outside cover of. I never did anything to the inside. I just put painty paper over the outside. You know what? Hang on. I got glue on my finger still. Let me see what we got. We have a coffee dyed paper. We're going to turn this into painty paper real fast. I got paint. And if I needed to trim it, yes, we can lose some of that. So I have paint. I got a credit card. Oh, that came out blobby. Okay, and where'd the credit card go? I said I had a credit card. Well, I'll use one of these. My husband stood in line when Zaxby's first opened, and he won the little Zaxby's Meals for a Year thing, 1 meal a week or one thing a week. He keeps forgetting to go eat them, and he gives me his cards. So I'm going to first of all get this little glue booger, or whatever that is, out of the way. And I'm just going to scrape the paint over the paper. And it's going to make some pink and some purple. I love that turquoise blue color. And I want a little bit more of that right in this area. That might have been a little bit much. So I'll move it to down here where there was no paint. Okay, there's our painty paper, which now has to dry for a minute. Because I don't have my heat gun over here today. Because I wasn't thinking we were going to need the heat gun. So I didn't bring the heat gun. Or the extension cord. So we're just going to let it dry for a minute. It'll dry pretty quick. That paint's not that thick. And then the other thing that you need are 2 hair ties. Let me dry them. I'm going to get the paint off my finger. I bought these at the dollar store. They were like 10 of them, I think, for $1. And what you do is you put them one over the other. And then you pull that through and it knots them together. And that's what holds your book together. Put your papers in. You put one of these over the middle. The other one goes over to keep it closed. And that's your toilet paper journal. And we're going to finish this one as soon as our paper dries. So, and it's however many pages that you want in there. I put 2, 3, 4 pieces of cardstock in. You could put a lot more than that. This was sample purposes. I think they're cool to leave in your purse. Make a list on them. Jot down some little notes, that kind of thing. They'd be cute in a journal pocket. So anything like that. Looking around to see how I could plug the heat gun in. Because now we're just watching paint. We're literally watching paint dry. Literally today we are watching paint dry. So let's see. I can maybe cut it. Because it needs to cover the book. The paint's not wet anymore. So put it up to that edge. This is very technical measurements. And put it up to that edge. Okay. Like I said, that was very technical. And see, there's no paint here. It's just still a little, my paper's still wet. Damp feeling. But that's going to make our cover. And I'm going to trim that. See, I always end up with this little rolled edge on mine where it was folded. I'm going to just trim that right off of there. And I have a piece of packing tape still on the end of my scissors. I'm going to get rid of that. So this is it. And that's really all there is to a toilet paper journal. There's no sewing involved whatsoever. You could sew it. I did sew one and put beading down the spine. So you could definitely do that. But that still needs to dry. And our book is still wet. And I have no more clamps. So what would y'all like to talk about while we wait? One thing I did do when I was putting it all together, I removed all the coffee filters. I decided what I would rather do with these is, I saw Elizabeth Brewer do, she got Happy Mail, and in her Happy Mail were these was a coffee filter that had been folded like this. And then this little edge was glued down. It makes 1, 2, because this is going to be glued, 3 pockets. And what you do, let me glue my one little edge down. And so Elizabeth got it in Happy. On the next day on her live, she made a couple of them. And it is a really cool embellishment. And it will sit on the corner of the page perfectly because of how they're folded. Hi, Angela. How are you? Okay, that's fine, Angela. Thank you for letting me know. Hi, Clara. So, correct. You can change the papers out in those, Sue. Once you get those papers full, you can just put another little signature in there and go. There's my glue. Okay. So you just fold that over and glue it down. And it doesn't take a lot of glue. Wipe that off my paper, my mat. Then they hand tore it. Well, I guess you could cut it, but I like the hand tearing look. And it would help if it were dry. But you want to come down pretty far on the first one, because you got to tear a second one. And I want to come back over. See, I almost grabbed the scissors to clean that up. You don't want to do that. You want it to be the ruffledy, handmade look. So, let me go in and pull this over more. So, here's your first little pocket. And then you come back up. And you, I got wet glue, tear this one. And I don't remember what Happy Mail it was that she got these in, so I don't remember who came up with this. It is a cool idea. And then, so you have your first pocket, your second pocket, and then your third pocket. And you could even tear this one. We will. Just a little bit, just so you can see that that is a pocket. You want just to tear off a little bit. And I need to come across it. And then, so you have your, this pocket up here, this pocket. Hi, Rain. Thank you for coming. And this pocket. You can put embellishments on here. Flowers, anything will go on here. Just make sure you put wax paper or something down in your pocket so that when the glue doesn't seep through. But it's a really cool idea, and I liked it. So I took the coffee filters out. Plus, I figured trying to poke holes through these extra 4 sheets was going to be a pain because there were 4 of these in each signature. So I took these out, and I'm going to use these in the signature still. I'm going to embellish them, put them in as pockets. Maybe not like this, but some will maybe be like that. So those are going to be pockets in the journal. And I'm going to check chat real quick. Thank you, Melissa, and hi and welcome. This, my husband got me this from Walmart. It was $1. And so he got it for me to craft on because it's sturdy plastic. And I was afraid at first to do anything on it because I was not wanting to get it messy. And he's like, well, I got it for you to get messy. And it does scrub clean, which is good. I mean, I haven't done anything major to it yet. It will come clean. So I really like it. But it was at Walmart for $1. He should have got me more than one. And we're literally waiting on glue to dry, y'all. Hi, Cindy. So what we're doing, I've got this, for those who came in late, I got the signatures sewed in. This is a big chunky journal. We are now waiting on my spine to glue to my cover on this side so that we can flip it over, glue the spine in, and glue the other side down. And I don't have an extra plug because both of my plugs have lights. I guess I could unplug a light and get the heat gun. But that's what we're literally waiting for that to set up so I can move on to the next thing and answering questions. Right, right, Melissa. Insert Jeopardy theme song here. I wish I had more of those clamps. So, but now other things we can be doing while we're waiting on glue to dry. My envelopes. So I'm going to be putting these in the signatures. I have 4 because I was going to have 4 signatures, but now we only have 3. And then we have our little multi-pocket one that's going to go in the front cover, I think. So, and I may redo this little piece here, but we could embellish them and glue or tape these down. Right. We have several, he bought a whole bunch of those little black ones in a package, I think from Harbor Freight. We use them for chippy clippies, clipping all kind of bags together. I use them for crafting. And so between the chippies, they're not on the chippies. I checked there first. And my 2 to 3 crafting areas in the house, because it's a small house. Right now I'm in the kitchen and this is great. But then I have a crafting table in the corner, which I don't use because I feel claustrophobic, but it's piled. I think that's where they are, is in a pile of stuff. Where some of them are. But yeah, I need to get some more of those though. So I was trying to figure out what did I want to do with my little pockets because they need something here. They need an image, something. I cut several things out. I was busy yesterday and the day before while I wasn't on here working. Right. I agree. It's a piling system. So let's see. Oh, that would fit perfect. Where's some more of those? I've been fussy cutting. There are more of those because there's more than one. So for the last couple of days, even though I haven't been live, I was getting stuff together for the journal, which included fussy cutting all kinds of things. for pockets and tags. And I know there's more of those because they come more than one to a sheet. And I sent Mary some of those. Oh, these might be pretty too. These little Victorian ladies. Oh yeah, we have all kinds of, I cut out a bunch of stuff we can use. That's too big, but that's pretty. Okay, so I think we are good with those. Oops. It's probably not good to hear Crafter say oops. At least it wasn't while I was poking things. That would have been bad. Oops, while I'm poking stuff. Okay. So I think I kind of like her on there. And this paper feels like, and it looks like it's been treated, so I can wet glue her. I have matte, it's Krylon matte spray finish. And what I do with a lot of my inkjet printer images is I will spray the front really good outdoors, because you don't want to do this in the house. Flip it over and spray the back. It seals the ink in. So I think we will put her here. I like her. And I don't have the Mod Podge glue, but we got Elmer's. Good old Elmer's. Because I'm not going to use tacky glue for this. I should probably put it on her. And not, so I know where to put it. So I'll just spread that out. I'm sure it'll be fine. Melissa, how are you doing today? So now we have something to do instead of watch glue dry. We get to watch more glue dry. And I can't get, I'll put it just like that and we'll pretend. There we go. Now it's down. So there's that one ready to go. And now I got a pink one. There should be another one of these. We'll put that one on here. Murray. Oh, cool. I am doing pretty good. I think I have gout. Oh, that'll be cool, Melissa. Since last Friday or Thursday, no, last Friday, I sat with my friend's granddaughter crafting, and I think I had my feet crossed, and I had like the heel of my right foot on top of my left foot. So I was thinking at first that's what it was, and I somehow bruised the bones in my foot sitting like that for so long. But it's swollen. It still hurts. I can't get a shoe on. So it's better today. At least I can walk without a lot of pain today. But it's been real painful. And Mother looked at it and she said that it could be gout, which we hope not. But I still think I just sat with my heel crossed on top of it and put a lot of pressure on the bones and everything and bruised it a little bit. So I like it. There's that one. Oh, does he? My brother's got it too. And then I'm going to see if I can find another one of those images in all my little cutout stuff here. And I have a pile of cutout stuff. Because like for 2 days, all I did was cut stuff for the journal. I don't know if I'm going to use it all for this particular journal, but I have it. And I'm storing it in little Ziploc baggies. And so if I don't use it all, I'll have it for other projects. I'm really bad about going, ooh, that's pretty. That'll work. Let me cut that out. Ooh, that's pretty. Plus, I have all these images that I printed. Oh, there's where those are. They're down in this baggie. Okay. I don't think there's another big one. Well, no. Okay, that's fine. I have this little bitty one. I have this one. Can y'all see? I'm sorry. Make sure we're in camera. Well, here, let me do this because there. Oh, sorry, y'all. Jiggly. So I have this one and this one. That one's too big, and I may go back with one of these original. I can trim it down, oval things. Oh, I like that one. Let me very carefully trim it a little bit. I think I like the way that that looks on there. So put these back in their little pile. Okay, so we're going to glue it down. Check my book. And I'm using the very technical finger tool again. I love this tool because it was cheap and inexpensive. But we wanted the light side up. The very inexpensive finger tool. And it's very technical. I call it the technical inexpensive finger tool. And we all have them. And I am having a, maybe it's just me. I'm going to put a little dab right under that little spot. And I do have lace out. I don't know if I'm going to get to lace today. I'm going to go on and decorate this one as well. And I think I'm going to put this one on here. I just don't think we're going to get to lace today. But the next time I go live will probably be Sunday to work on this, because tomorrow I was going to go live and work on Brenda Pinchot's or Brenda Price's Pinchot Price or what, however she, it's Brenda Price in the flock group. Anyway, I'm going to work on her flocker page. She gave me a challenge. I am not a steampunky kind of person. Brenda is. So I got all this steampunky stuff. And I've been having fun looking at it and figuring out what to do with it. So I'm going to make her flock page tomorrow. And then I won't be going live on Friday or Saturday. But Sunday afternoon, I was going to go live, work on the journal a little bit more. And then I'm not going to be live until after the end of the month, because we are going out of town to Maryland for my mother-in-law and father-in-law's 50th anniversary. And we're leaving a week from today. And we're going to be gone for a week. So I won't be doing what I'm going to be doing. I will be doing lives from the road. I know I want to stop in Chattanooga at one of the scenic overlooks and film that and put it on live, so I don't have to have YouTube upload stuff for hours and hours. So that kind of thing from the road. I was wanting to do that in a couple of places. We've stopped before and went through think it was Luray Caverns in Virginia, when we went over Natural Bridge, it's either West Virginia, I think that's in West Virginia. We went over Natural Bridge, and it's this really pretty rock formation that has formed a bridge. And I would love to film that when we go back through there again. So I will be live. I just won't be live crafting, so to speak. Thank you, Rain Girl. Rain Girl. I'm trying to remember who your name is. About the images. I will put a link. There is a link on my previous video for my Facebook page, Foxy's Jewelry Creations Facebook page. There's a folder, journal. I think it's called Journal Images or Journal Pages, that has all these uploaded. Okay, Kathy. They're all uploaded. They're free images. Anything that you see that's not uploaded means it either came from Michelle Scott's group. There's a link for her group, or it came from Shell Bill's group on Facebook. There's a link for her group, because it's those came from those particular groups. I did not load them up. Anything else that I found on the internet is loaded in there. And y'all are welcome. It's not a group. You don't have to join. It would be great if you'd follow my Foxy's Jewelry Creations page, but there's no group to join. And I did put the images up there just to make it easier, since I already did all the legwork to find them. Y'all can download them. And then print them. So they're available. Cindy, Cindy, Rain Girl is Cindy, right? I'm gonna have to make a book. I found, if you go on, I went on Pinterest and I typed in, or Google, I Googled it, chicken images. I came up with some really cool pictures of some roosters that were free downloads, and I downloaded those, but they're not loaded in the journal folder at this point. They're just on my phone, because they're not being used in this particular journal. So my cup of coffee is brewed and ready. This is about, our book's about ready for me to move on to the next phase of the journal book. I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do. This is going to just be pocket. And I really don't like this. Oh, cool. It was a glue stick. That's bad, because and this was Dollar Tree glue stick. I'm just going to pull that off. And it was a magazine image. I don't really like that on there. You know what? Where did it go? Where did it go? Aha. I fussy cut this out. That's too big. Really like it, but it's too big. It'll work on something else, though. Okay, where's some little flowers that I cut? There's a stack of little stuff somewhere, y'all. Okay, it's got to be this stack back here. Yep. Here's the little stuff. I found this teacup paper. See what I got in here that we could... Ooh, that's pretty. I need to get this paper off of here, though. The rest of the way. There we go. I'm good with that. That would be pretty on here. Seeing just some of these little images tucked in as we go up. That, again, is too big. Let's see, we could just put stuff on these little pockets. As we go up, because this is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets on it, plus side pockets. Ooh, I got to fix that envelope. So it's going to have a side pocket here. This is the one that's not tucked in. Uh-oh. Now I've got them unstacked. That's how they go. So it's going to have the 5 tucks plus we'll have a pocket here, a side pocket, and a side pocket. So this little thing in the cover is going to have a lot of area just to put things. Oh. I could put, these are too big for this particular fold. Well, that one would fit right there. Hi, Tracy. That will fit right there. Let me move some of my little cutouts. Get the glue. And I am going to put the double stick. I have some very, if it will cooperate with me today, double stick tape to put these down with. To glue their little, tape their little edges together. Okay. Put this one. I really like that. Okay. So we have that one. And I'm trying to be careful what we put because I don't want to something that's pretty. Just put it in the corner and let it peek out. Oh, how did we have it? That'll work. So now that's going to just peek out of that pocket. And if I can find one small, we could put maybe another one over here in this corner. Well, it was going to be, Melissa, but I didn't make it the correct way. I haven't ever done any of this stuff before. And so what I'm just going to do, because it should be able to flip down, but then I didn't like how this was going to look. So I decided, because I think I made it wrong. So I decided what I'm going to do is just make it a bunch of pockets. Thank you, Tracy. So I'm going to put some double-sided tape right in here to hold this. So it's not going to flip, but it's still going to be a tuck spot. This will be a tuck. This will be a tuck, a tuck, a tuck. Even a tuck up here. And then I am going to leave, let me pick it all up. All my envelopes open so that once it's sealed, you'll have this pocket. You'll have this pocket. And you'll also have this pocket. And I was thinking about putting some tags or something in those pockets for journaling spots. So this has got multiple tuck spots, pockets kind of deal on it. And thank you, Melissa. Oh, that's fine. You can steal it because I watched one video on how to make a waterfall thing. And I'm like, oh, I can do that. So I folded the paper or my envelopes. Pretty sure I thought I folded them correctly. It looked cool. It looked like it would work. But then when I sat here thinking about it, I'm like, well, that's not how their waterfall worked. But I like it. So I'm going to go with my waterfall. So, because I think when you do a regular waterfall, and I did turn it around, it's made like this or something. So it flips up. Which I guess it could have done that. But I still didn't like this part. So you could do it this way too, but I still like this way. So that's a Foxy Pocket. That's funny, Tracy. And Melissa, I don't think you were here earlier when I was showing my journal pins I invented. My little signatures are very thick and they wouldn't stay together. So I came up with a journal pin. And I don't know if you can see that or not. It's a piece of, I want to say this is like 14 gauge wire. It's pretty thick. It's still pretty soft. I put a loop on the end and it will go through my signature holes and hold it together until I'm ready to sew it. And I made enough to go through all 3 signatures and through all 3 holes. So that's, and I'm calling these signature pins or journal pins because I got tired of my holes. They would misalign and I didn't have a lot of clamps. So journal pins. So y'all can steal that idea too. I haven't seen anybody else do anything like that. So I'm going to go get a cup of coffee real fast. I will be right back. It's not far. The coffee pot's like 10 feet away. One of the advantages of a small house. And I don't know if you can hear it. Well, I'll just wait for till I'm back that way because right now I'm facing the wall. And you probably can't hear me that well. Okay, so I have the coffee. Oops, that put it on the wrong spot. Okay. Hi, Ashley, how are you? We'll be very, very quiet. So I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know if my phone microphone picks it up. There's a slight snoring sound in the background. My little chihuahua is in her dog bed sleeping, and she snores loudly. So if y'all hear that, that's what it is. It's Muffet. Tracy, you're so funny. Okay, so we got these two. Still looking at all the little stuff I pulled. But that's pretty. And is it going to show up? It will. That's our next thing. So, Melissa, this whole journal is an experience because I've never made one. I have no idea what I'm doing, which is probably a good thing. I mean, but I'm having a lot of fun at it. Okay. So there's that. Oh, wow. She doesn't sleep bark. Thank goodness, probably. Okay, so we can put a bigger image on here so that when there's not a tag in there, we can see it. I really like these teacups, but we're going to lose part of the effect of the teacups. So this was a little bit big for that other one, but it works here. I like that. Or this one. Nope, that's not going to work. But I do kind of like, oh, I like it better like this. I do. I like it. So let me put some glue on it. Using the technical finger tool. And I had it turned this way. Okay, that's fine, Ashley. Thank you for letting me know. So, Tracy, Birdie, what kind of dog is Birdie? That's what I wanted to ask. And Ashley, there's, it's Happy Mail, but thank you for letting me know. I'll let my mom know because she's going to be getting our mail while we're gone. So, I will let her know to be on the lookout for it. And we have, because I take care of my mom, we have arranged, she was so funny. She's like, well, what am I going to do? I'm like, Mother, you can still, she cooks and stuff. I cook all the meals, but she cooks some. So I talked to my brother. He's going to come and take her out for lunch one day. My niece is going to come spend a day with her one day. My other brother's going to come one day. We're only going to be gone 6 days. Her friend Judy is going to come stay with her for a day or take her to lunch or something. I'm like, so Mother, we have you all covered. You're fine. She'll drive. If she has to drive, she'll drive to town at 7 miles. She doesn't usually drive anymore. But she can drive. But I'm not worried about her going any further than the drive to town because she would have to call my brother. Hi, Amber. Long time no see. Thank you, Ashley. So, how's everything going, Amber? I am so glad to see you. I've been thinking about you and how hard you've been working. Now, we did have some... That's not going to go with what we're already doing. So we're going to stick with our little plan here. And I have another one I can stick here on the corner. We will glue it down. So I told her, just to make sure that she doesn't go further than the 7 miles. Oh, I don't want the tacky glue. What am I doing? We have roadside assistance on our cell phones that goes with your phone, but it only will tell you for 10 miles for free. Well, town is within that. And I said, so Mother, if you get outside of that 10 miles, you're going to have to call Russell, my older brother. And he's going to want to know where you were going, what were you doing, why you didn't call him. Why was it so important that you needed to go where you needed to go without calling him? So she's not going to go anywhere else other than to town if she has to, because she's not going to want to have to deal with Russell. And that's what I told Russell. I said, oh, Russell, she's not going nowhere. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about that, because if she does and she breaks down or something happens, she's going to have to call you and explain what happened. And she don't want to do that. So Mother's not, we don't have any worries. She's not going anywhere. No further than she's supposed to. I am about out of these little teeny tiny flowers. Oh, wait, I found more. Oh, I did. Ooh, look. I do not fussy cut as well as Brenda. That girl can fussy cut. How big of an image do we need up here? I kind of like, I want to save those. I might just put one of these little flowers in the corner on this one. Kind of like that. And then, let's see. Put this over here in this, or maybe in the middle. Just a little bitty one. That's what I'll do. Just one small one in the middle. Because these are going to mainly have tags in these pockets anyway. It's just when the tag's not in there, which the tag's not going to stay out, I wouldn't think. Just, you know, when you take the tag out, it's a little surprise thing. You get a little surprise. There's a picture in there. Trying to decide how I want to put it. I think I want to go that way. Okay. Does anybody else coffee dye and bake their paper? And I'm going to check chat real quick. Oh, cool, Amber. Okay, so I'm going back all the way up. So Tracy, he's like a Karen Terrier. They are so cute. Little Wizard of Oz looking little dogs. They are cute. We had one, and she was adorable. Mine are Chihuahua mixes. I certainly hope that's on the outside. Hang on, y'all. It's a wasp, and I'm glad it's on the outside of my window. I'm allergic. So I wanted to make sure. Okay. Oh, mine smelled really good, Tracy, my coffee dye. Oh, cool, Tracy. That's going to be fun, a boho journal. Amber, you bake yours? Okay. So on these envelopes, that was my question. This one doesn't really have it. Where is it? Well, this one don't have it either. Here we go. The first time I baked my papers on my cookie sheets, I got these black splotches. And it was only on the cookie sheets that are darker in color, more aged, more used. So the second time I baked, well, when I got those out and saw what happened, I decided wax paper. Well, the splotches still were there with wax paper. So then I covered them with aluminum foil, which did correct the problem. It's just, I hate using that much, 2 cookie sheets of aluminum foil just to make painting, coffee dyed paper. So I was going to ask if you do that too. Okay, so you get the blacks. I guess we're just going to get the black spots because I don't get them on my really pretty shiny pizza pans. The silver ones, only on the blackened older cookie sheet pans do I have that. So now I just cover them with foil and it eliminates some problem. Okay, so I'm moving my little ephemera pieces back into a stack because our journal is dry enough for me to continue with the spine gluing. So we got this little envelope tuck spot. I just have to glue down the sides. But all of its little pockets are decorated. And I kind of like it. I think it looks really pretty. And when the tags are in there, you're really not going to see a lot of this. Oh, you purposefully do it. Mine just appeared and I was not, it looked like burn spots, but they weren't burnt. They were just black. My journal is gluing, but there are some papers in my journal that have those. I don't have any of the leftover, and none of my leftover papers have it, but I did notice in one of the videos I was watching earlier today, she was making pockets and her envelopes had the black spots. I don't know what it is. But these, I think, were mostly done. These ones were done on a cookie sheet, on the cookie sheet with foil. Okay, so next on our journal, let me pull it back over here. This looks like it's going to work. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the clamps out. I think I'm safe. Pull the clamps for this part. And I think my best bet's to glue all of this down at one time on this side and clamp it. Or at least get the middle and clamp it. So that's the next thing. And so right now, and I'm going to use Weld Bond for this because the Weld Bond holds better. I'm going to coat this piece right here with Weld Bond. I'm going to put this in it and I'm going to clamp these down to hold it in place, which is going to open, but that's fine. It will be clamped in place to dry. So, and that's coming up there. That's okay. It'll adhere back down. Shake the Weld Bond down. So I'm going to put a good, healthy coat. And I love the Weld Bond because it's tackier than tacky glue. And it dries clear. I use this to adhere clay, tiles to whatever I'm putting them on. It's great for the clay tiles. And I want a little bit more because I want a nice thick coat. So Sunday, I haven't been wanting to work on this offline because it was kind of a build it together kind of deal. What I'm thinking, though, is because who wants to sit here for another 20 minutes while we let this dry? So what I'm thinking, hang on, I can't evidently talk and do stuff at the same time. I'm challenged, y'all. I'm a blonde. me turn this around. Press that down in. It moved on me somehow. There we go. Clamp it before it shifts again. Sometimes I think we need to be monkeys and have more than, have feet and hands that work together, because this is not. Aha. I got it. I got it. Okay. Now I gotta figure out. I think. Oh, I need something pretty heavy to put on here. I'm looking at it to see if it's making contact all the way along the end. Yes, it looks good. I'm gonna sit here and hold this for a second, y'all. Press on it and that kind of thing. Pet it and press it and help it stick. So I was saying something. I don't know. Oh, about doing this. I think I'm gonna put the covers in offline. And then when I come back Sunday, I'm going to go in and put my envelopes on the pages where I want them as well. And we can tape this down today or glue it. I may glue it. The weld bond works really quick. But I can't put it in. It's going to go in the front cover, and I can't put it in until we have the cover paper in. But that's where that's going to go. And then we're going to just decorate pages. I got some stamps I want to use. I've got a bird stamp, some butterfly stamps. Some little lady faces that I bought at Tuesday morning a while back that we can stamp. I also have these images, and some of these are on cardstock. These ones are not, and I colored these. They don't come this way. But I was thinking I could take some of these and fussy cut them, and then I could put them on pages in spots. That was my thinking. I do have some that are on cardstock as well. So, thank you, Tracy. Oh, Tracy, I'm sorry. Thank you, Cindy or Deborah, about my pockets. Oh, Tracy, I bet that is pretty. With the grid lines. That would be so cool. Amber, my oven is set at 200. And after I got the spots, I turned it back to 175, which took forever to cook the paper, but I still had spots. So I just turned it back up to 200. Because I thought that might be it. I had the oven too high. So I ended up with 2 sets of those black spotted papers. And I ended up just putting spray ink on some of them because I didn't want to waste the paper. Yeah, mine's electric. Okay, let's see what we got. I mean, I know it's not dry. I just want to know if I can let go of it enough. Yet. Oh, clamp fell off. Story of my life today. The clamp fell off. I'll put it back. Okay. I may put this in a drawer like this and squish it. Hold it shut till this sets up. Which I can do that because I have a drawer right here handy in the kitchen. And I'm just going to set it in here, close the drawer on it. There we go. It's out of the way. It's in the drawer. And that's what it's doing. Okay. So, Sue, our toilet paper journal paper has dried. So I would just glue that down over the toilet paper roll, put the little paper in it. I showed you how to make the closure. And then, like you said, just take them out when you're done and put new ones in. I love that idea. And that I got from Dances with Pit Bulls. Rebecca. She has a whole tutorial on it on her channel. So Sunday, I'm going to come back. Let me go in and glue these real quick. Start with the front one. And we just want to thin. And I'm using the weld bond because it's going to just stick immediately. And I'm going to press that down and then flip it forward. Can y'all, oh, I'm out of camera. Put another little bead right here. Just barely run it up because the weld bond is really sticky. Push this one down in to that. Fold it up. Make sure they're lined up and press it. I'm smooshing again. Technical term. Smoosh. Okay, do the same thing. Wait a minute. Nope. Yes. No, yes. Okay, and I'm going to go this way. That might have been a little bit wide. I may wipe some of that back off. Okay. Hold that one up. Smoosh it. And then make sure the corners are smooshed. Fold this down. Another very thin bead of glue. And in case I was off camera, which I'm pretty sure I was, my little thin bead of glue up this side. Flip it. Smoosh it. And make sure it's straight. Which that one doesn't look straight. So pull it back and make sure it's straight. There we go. Now smoosh it. And the last one. Maybe, I wonder if we could name the black dots, like coffee pox. It would sound so much cooler if, like, instead of just having dots, they had something like coffee pox. Something created when you coffee dye your paper. Coffee pox. And that's those black dots. I think that sounds so much more cool. And I'm going to fold this one up and make sure I get it straight. And then I'm going to smoosh it. Well, that's fine, Melissa. You like that idea, Amber? Melissa, we're discussing what to name the black dots that you get when you coffee dye your paper. Because I think they need a name. And so I was thinking we should call them, see, and it's like these little black dots, like what's right there. And there's some on the back. Well, now I covered them because I closed my envelopes up. But it happens. And I decided maybe we should call them coffee pox. It's what happens when you coffee dye papers. Those little black dots are coffee pox. And then it sounds cool. So that's what I think we should call them, coffee pox. It sounds cool, and now it has an explanation. That's a good one too, caffeine crystals. So I've got this all glued. So now we have our little pockets. When I glue it in my book, I'm going to put glue here and here, which makes this one great big long pocket, which my book is in the drawer drying, but it'll make it one big long pocket here behind it. And don't forget, we have these side pockets. Uh-oh, maybe not. Oh, no, we don't. I glued them. We would have before I glued it. That's okay. It's because it's glued, because I had to glue these down. I lost these little pockets. Well, there's a little tiny tuck. Nope. Yep, there's a little tiny one. It just doesn't go all the way down because of this. But we do have two tiny ones. You know, that might be good for like a little short pencil or something, or a small tag. I do have, ooh, where did they go? Hang on. In my little stacks of stuff. I just have to find them. All my fussy cutting stuff. I have these. I also have some other ones, but yes, see, that will fit right in there. And it will pull out. So something like that, definitely. Is that still, that one is still a little bit of a pocket. And that one is not because it got glued, but these two are still usable. So just a small little tag like this would work in those. And I have other tags that'll also work in those pockets. So that's an idea. Let's see. I really like how this came out. For my first water I'm gonna call it a multi-pocket envelope because it's really not a waterfall because I did it wrong. But I wonder. No, I need to. What happened to that glue? That's like it was never glued on that side. I don't guess it'll matter. Well, it probably. I'm gonna put glue because I think it needs to be glued right there. It does not affect the little envelope pocket at all. But for whatever reason, that didn't get glued down. So this will still work. This pocket right here will still function. That's why it came unglued when I did that. So we can't do that. We'll see what we got when it gets dry. Yeah. But I like it. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this big long tuck spot back here when it gets put in. So we'll have 6 tuck spots in there. I have got glue everywhere. So that's what I think I'm going to do is between now and Sunday, I'm going to go in and glue the covers in. I can show you what I'm going to use. Give me just a moment. I could definitely do that, Tracy. Oh, yeah, quote would work there. That's cool, Deborah. Thank you. Tracy has giant coffee pox. Melissa suffers from coffee pox. Y'all are so funny. Okay, so I'm going to print out another one of these images. And what I was going to do, I saw Mike Deacon do this and it looked really cool. And my journal was put away. But we can say, we'll pretend like this is our journal. So if this is the cover, let me fold it real fast. I'm a visual learner, so I'm going to make it visual for y'all. So in this case, I could just cut it in half and it would work. But let's pretend like it's not. So if our cover goes to here, and I cut this off here, I'm going to take this piece and put it here and cut this part off the beginning of the next one. So that what will happen in my mind is that when I put this one on the back side, it looks like they go together and that they weren't cut when in fact they were cut. So that's my plan, is to, when I cut off the back side here, cut off the front side there. Does that make, that's not going to work, is it? I have two of these, so I can't check it. What do I have two of? I guess I should check my thinking. It sounds like it would work. Sounds like it does. I found out are two different things, especially in my brain. Okay, this will work because it's got words. So if, let's say, I cut off here and I cut off here, when I lay them, let me just fold it back. So, seeing how this works and if it works. So if I fold it over, well, I guess it would help if the paper was right. Oh, that is right side up. These are supposed to be identical papers. Line up my edges on the back. January or July. Okay, it doesn't work. Nice to know. Because the or July would be what continues this over here. So that's not going to work, but it would still be a good idea. So I know it's actually not going to work how I wanted it to work, but it'll still be cool, still be pretty. Because that is what I'm going to put in the cover. So anyway. So Kathy, the journal is gluing. I only have one more edge of the spine to put in to the back cover. We made this cool little envelope tuck spot thing. Let me get a thing. So it has a tuck spot here. It has a tuck here, a tuck here, a tuck here, a tuck here. When it glues in, this whole back all the way down to here will be a tuck spot. We made these little envelopes. And this, y'all, this one is going to work. These will, oops, let me tuck that in correctly. All the way. Okay, so these, y'all, will work when this is glued. We'll still have a tuck spot up here to use. And I could make it to where this is a tuck, that's a bigger tuck. But we made these also, Kathy. We put the little embellishments on them. They're just not glued yet. But they have their embellishments. And we glued the journal. And pretty much that's all we've done. We've talked about, I'm going to go live on Sunday, but between now and then, I'm going to put the covers in the journal, trim down the cover. I'm going to put the inside and back covers in, trim it down. Hi, Mary, how are you? And trim all the pages down. And then Sunday, we're going to embellish as much as we can. The next lives I do, I'm going live tomorrow to do Brenda's page in my Flocker journal. I got Brenda's stuff and she gave me a challenge, y'all. I am not steampunk, but yet Brenda is. And the whole point of the Flocker journal is to create a page that represents that person. So I got a whole bunch of steampunky stuff to play with, and it's going to be fun. Oh, you're working on yours too? Cool. I can't wait to see what you've done with that when you come back. And I'm glad you're getting a good break. And then I will go. So tomorrow I'm going live to work on my friend page for Brenda. And then I'm going to go live on Sunday to work on the journal some more. And then my next live will be from the road. Because we'll be leaving out Wednesday morning. We're only driving halfway. Because a couple of years ago when we went up for my stepson's wedding, we did it all in one day, and we found out we're not spring chickens anymore. 20 years ago, when we were doing this and going up more often, sorry, hit the phone. 12 hours in one day was nothing. We could do that. And as a matter of fact, we did it a couple of times, went up, turned to ride around and came back. And because we were both driving, my back now can't handle that kind of ride. And I was so exhausted the last time we got up there. It took me like 2 days to recover from driving on the way up. And then on the way back, when we got home, I stayed in bed for 2 days because the ride back, the car broke down. We were stuck at AutoZone we had to wait on a tow truck on AAA for about an hour. And then when we got to AutoZone, it took a couple of hours for Nick to fix the car, which thank goodness he can fix a car. And so we had been on the road by the time we got home about 17 hours. I was wore out. And so we decided at that point we were never going to do that again. There's going to be a hotel midway. So we are going to drive up halfway on Wednesday, finish the trip on Thursday. And so I plan on coming on live on Wednesday from the road and Thursday. There's some scenic overlooks and stuff. But other than that, I'm not going to be working on the journal or any crafty kind of things while we're gone. So today or tomorrow, which is Thursday for the friendship journal or the Flocker journal, Sunday for this journal, and then that'll be it. Hi, T. How are you? Kathy, we are going to Maryland to my mother-in-law's 50th wedding anniversary party. And that's on Friday. So we figured we would drive half the day Wednesday, half the day Thursday, get up there kind of early Thursday, be able to recuperate before their party on Friday night. And then we're not coming back until the following. We're going to leave up there Tuesday, get back here Wednesday. So we're going to leave a week from today and then be back a week after that. Oh, wow, Kathy. Oh, well, we're doing the Flocker page. Oh, she told you to be here tomorrow for the Flocker page? And you're going to be back tomorrow, Mary. Mary, I don't think you were here. Hang on. Where did they go? I made an invention. And you make journals. I'm calling this a journal pen. Oh, you're going to want to see the Flocker page. I'm doing good. So, Mary, I'm calling this a journal pen. What it does, it's made of wire. I put a loop on the end. I was having a lot of trouble with my signatures, as bulky as they are. Once I got the holes drilled, I dropped one of these through the holes. And it holds it in place. This is so you can grab it to pull it back out. And this keeps it from dropping all the way through the hole. So it basically goes through your hole and sits in your journal and sticks out the backside and keeps everything lined up until you're ready. And then you just pull them out and sew it. So journal pens, a Brenda invention. Oh, cool. So I'm about to pop off of here. We've been on here for almost 2 hours. I think we got a good bit accomplished. And I may put together some tags that we're going to glue in and that kind of thing. Just put some pieces together, but not actually put them in the journal. That kind of thing. Like make little clusters to go in there. And then we can put those in on the next video. So that's what we're going to do now is we're just going to embellish it. And I've got some ribbon and some lace and some trims and stuff out and everything. So, and tomorrow, don't forget. Now, tomorrow I'm going to go live about the same time. It'll be about noon Central Time tomorrow when I'm working on the Flocker page. Y'all don't want to miss this. I have ideas, and I think it's going to be, for me, it's going to be epic. To borrow a Melissa term, it's going to be epic, y'all. Y'all do not want to miss this Flocker page. So I hope to see y'all tomorrow, and y'all have a great day. Is there anything else I can help you with? Or any other questions or anything y'all have? I'm sorry. That's when I was on the phones taking calls. Is there anything else I can help you with today before you go? And I haven't done that in 3 years. Oh, that's okay. Just be sure and watch the replay. Everything. I'm trying to do this as much online as possible. Because I want to build a journal with y'all. And this is my first journal. I have ideas for another one. And now that I know I can print on coffee dyed paper, where did that go? Because I tested it. That's not the one. Where did my coffee dyed paper? Well, I had a sample paper out here. That's not it. Here it is. I printed on coffee dyed paper. And it printed great. Oh, and not only coffee dyed, sprayed. It printed great. So my next journal, instead of gluing stuff to my coffee dyed paper, I'm going to print my pages first. So it's going to take a little bit more planning on my part because I need to know what I want printed on those pages before I print those pages. So, and this one, I was going to actually use this for the cover, but I didn't stretch it. What I needed to do was landscape it, so rotate it and stretch it to fit the page because I have these in the journal, but I didn't. So I'm just going to use that other one, that other picture I found, and print out a second one to go in. But that's what we're going to do. So I'll see y'all tomorrow for the Flocker journal, which, like I said, it's going to be epic. Y'all don't want to miss that. I'm not a steampunky kind of person. However, I've had more fun trying to figure out what to do with what she sent me because it's a challenge. So y'all want to definitely come see that tomorrow at noon. And so I will see y'all then. Hope y'all have a great day. It's going to be tomorrow at noon Central Time. So that's 1 Eastern. 11 Pacific. 11 Mountain, 10 Pacific. Bye, Melissa. You have a great day. So it'll be noon Central, 1 Eastern tomorrow. Okay, great, Kathy. And so I will see y'all tomorrow. And I hope y'all have a great afternoon. And I love y'all, everyone. Thank you for supporting the channel. Go on and share, like, everything. Subscribe if you're not. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.